Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Don. Today I'll have another episode of travel tips and tricks video, and I'll talk about the advantages and disadvantages between aisle and window seat, and what I use or how do I pick my own. So for that, stay until the end of the video. So let's start with the advantages of window seat. The first thing that you have, window on one side with great views, and then you can actually sleep or recline on the window if you like, and then also people aren't bothering you. That's another advantage. And then you have the control of the window cover, window curtain, so you can just pull it up or down. And the other advantage is that you're not bothered by people walking on the aisle. And I think these are the advantages. And then the disadvantages are very obvious, that you cannot get off your space, and you do not have movement, so you're kind of stuck in the same place. And then every time you want to walk or go to the washroom, you have to ask someone. And then also, if it's a long flight, then you're going to have to bother the next two persons throughout the flight, just to get up and go to the washroom, or even if you want to take a walk. The aisle seat, the disadvantages are is that you are on the close to the aisle, so people are going to is going to be bothered by people or the flight attendants when they're walking. And then also you are always getting bothered by the next two people when they're going to the washroom. And then another disadvantage is that you have people on both sides, actually on sorry aisle on one side and people on the other side. So these are the disadvantages. But the advantages of aisle seats are that you have full freedom. So basically, you can get off your seat anytime you want. And if it's a long flight, then you have the movement. You can just uh, walk, get off and walk anytime you want, which is very healthy. And then you're going to the washroom throughout the flight without bothering. And also you have more freedom, basically, to stretch your legs, because it gives you a little bit more space. So these are the advantages. Now, in terms of what I choose, based on my flight length, if it's a short flight, for example, let's say between 3 to 5 hours, then I would prefer to have window seats, because I don't need to get off too much or go to the washroom that often. But if it's a long flight, definitely above 6 hours, then my choice is aisle seats, because then I have the freedom and I can get off and walk and stretch my legs. And that's very healthy, because if it's a long flight, it's not healthy to sit all the time. And that's the reason I choose aisle seats if it's a long flight, so I can walk throughout the flight, and also more leg room. And I don't want to be bothered to asking people next to me to get off often. So these that's the reason, for long flight I choose always aisle seats, and for short flights I choose always window seats. For the next travel tips and tricks video, I'll put a link on the screen, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.